Hello guys, welcome to online course on Android. So today's tutorial we're gonna learn about, as I told in a previous tutorial, that we're gonna learn about something called a splash screen. You might have seen lots of games or any applications, correct, like WhatsApp also. When you start opening it, first the logo comes or any one screen comes, then it moves on to the another screen, correct. It is just like an activity to activity. So it's just like an intent what we are creating. The same thing we're gonna do it today. Sorry for that. We're gonna create one activity of a splash screen, then we're gonna move with another activity of a splash screen. So basically, why do I need to create a splash screen? So that it looks pretty good or present good whenever we are developing a particular application. Now as I said, a splash screen is mostly the first screen of the app when it is open. So it is actually a constant screen which appears for a specific amount of time, not more, okay, nor less. So generally shows for the first time when the app is launched. So basically the screen is used to display some, I can say, basic introductory information such as company logos you can put, contents you can put just before your app's particular app menu it loads completely. Now today we're going to learn how to create a splash screen. There are certain things we need to remember. Now when you load a particular splash screen, we need to remember that if I load this particular program, correct, sum of two numbers. Remember last video tutorials we learned about sum of two numbers using intent, correct, activity to activity. So after this today end of the video, I'll give you one assignment which you have to do. And I again am extremely sorry I cannot load the videos due to the network issues. Even I tried a late night, I'm sitting out and trying on this. So I'll try my level best to load it, but I'll also give it assignment. So if at all I cannot load it, once it is loaded you can take 1 or 2 days to do it, because by now you must have been thorough with whatever we are doing. All right, now if you see here in my screen, here you see all this action bars, correct. Now basically we write that particular action bars in we can see here in styles, we can see light dark action bar, correct, or window titles, correct. So all these colors and all these things are there, correct. Now when I load my splash screen, I don't want all these to be displayed, correct. It should cover the entire screen, should cover the only the splash screen. So there are certain things which we need to which we learned today. Okay, it might be a little bit complicated, but in Java I think if you're a little bit knowing about Java, you'll be surely to know about it. What do you mean by a handler, correct. Handler which basically handles all the files whichever are basically which are loading in this particular functions. All right, now what does a handler do? This particular handler, what it does is that it with this handler it actually sends a message. Now there are lots of UI threads, correct. So you want to launch a particular UI threads, and these threads has to be handled, correct. So there is something called a post delay, in the sense there is certain time you need to give for the splash screen to be there, which I'm gonna explain it to you about that also, how to do it. So post delay function, and I'll explain you the basic part of it, how this particular post delay function also work. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go in detail about it. Okay, so just try to know this, understand this. Okay, and you can also remove the action bar. You can either remove it, styles here, we can remove style.xml, or we can do it in my main activity. So my main activity will be my splash screen, and the second activity will be my, like, I can just put a text to you saying that the splash screen is ended. We'll create something like that. Okay guys, are you ready? Okay, so what all I need? One, to have a splash screen, I need to have one particular full screen. I can put it as an image or anything, I can design whatever. So we'll take an image. I have downloaded a certain 1-2 images. So one main XML will be having one image. Okay, image view. I told you we're going to talk about a lot of widgets and the things which are there. So I'll use the image view. And the second XML, we're going to say that this splash screen is ended. So as soon as this loads, takes some time, which we are giving a time limit of milliseconds. After that time is expired, it will push out to the second activity. So we need two activity, one main activity which will write about splash screen, another activity which will retrieve the second active XML file to be displayed. Okay, that is something just a normal text what you are writing, so we have to call that here in the second activity. Okay, so that's basically what we do, correct? All right. Okay, now we'll create a splash screen project. Okay, so today's demo is about that. Then after that I will just write it in a text notepad, so I'll give you some time to note it down so that it will be helpful for you. Okay, so I'll give it as splash screen. That's what we're gonna do it today. Okay, all right, splash screen. So rest all will be the same, so I'll just finish it off. I'll create a particular new project. Okay, okay, it takes a little bit of time because I have given so it loads. Okay, all right, it loads up. Okay, till then okay, done. All right, so whenever I want to go to explain little more things. Okay, as I told you, I'm going to give you small assignments as we do this. Once you're doing, keep on doing the assignments, I'll be loading more and more videos also regarding other UIs, designs, something like a radio button, a checkbox, okay, image on that same page. Okay, I'll just create a simple video so you can just go through and do it. Okay, all right, it is loaded up. So activity main XML, we don't want to text view in the first activity. As I told you, when the first screen loads, first XML loads, it should have a basic image. Okay, all right, so I'll say image tag. Okay, so I want no, why will I do this? Okay, so when I got it directly. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay, image. Okay, why my system is going a little bit slower. Okay, did I pull it? Let me see in my design phase. No, I didn't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna like here. Okay, this is compact. All right, am I done? Okay, we'll write this code. We don't want all these things, correct? We're gonna change it to match parent. We'll just do a match parent. Okay, so let it take a full screen of it. So we'll hard code it, so it is pretty much it will be simple, so we don't have to do that. Okay, so we'll take a full screen, so we don't have to worry for that. We'll take a full screen, but we need to give the source for that. Okay, so where will be the source? Always remember guys, my source, we have to keep it in drawable. That is where we are gonna do it, correct? We need to put the image there. Okay, so how we gonna do it? So I have downloaded certain pictures, so I'm gonna take this picture. Okay, I'm gonna copy this picture and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so it will say directory structures, it should be inside res. Yes, okay, so splash screen image, the name I can give any name. I can give 1.jpg also, so it will take that. Okay, so I'll give the source of it. That's very important because it should know from which source this particular image is coming. So it comes from where guys? It comes from the drawables. Yes, splash screen image, correct? Okay guys, all right, now yes, done. So we'll fit it to all the coordinates, so I can do that also. So it will be I don't have to worry for anything for which fit to x and y, the particular thing. All right, now done. It takes the full screen. All right, that's the one part of it. Okay, now so we'll create one more layout which will say as soon as particular this main XML file is done, we gonna launch another layout saying that this particular activity is done. Okay, activity, very bad in spellings out here. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna finish that. Okay, I'm gonna use a constraint layout. Okay, so let me use a constraint layout here. Okay, control C. okay, because I want a text view. So I'm gonna remove this image from here for the second, and I'll just say I need a text view. Okay, cool. Outside. All right, so how will I give with the text view, guys? What will I give in the text view? I'll just, I can have a text view here, or I can take it there. For me, this doesn't matter, correct? So all right, I think that's what I was wondering, why I'm not able to look. Okay, so we'll have a text here at the center. I'm just formatting this. Let me just format this. Okay, are we done? Okay, all right, yes, good enough. Okay, any errors? Missing constraints. Have I created anything extra out here? Let me check. We need to check. Oh yeah. Okay, so these are the basic things we need to know. Okay, all right, now I think we have set it up properly. Good, great. Okay, so instead of text we will say the splash screen is ended. Just a message. Okay, the splash screen is ended. Okay, so we'll just have this thing out here. Okay, so from one activity to another activity, I didn't do the connection, so if I'm running this, it will run this. So main activity.java. So okay, all right, I didn't run the file. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna create one Java class file. Okay, for that particular tvt. Okay, all right, for that particular class file to be retrieved from here. Okay, all right, now that is just displaying this thing, the splash screen, correct? So second activity, so as soon as this main xml is done, as soon as it loads, which we are gonna write it here, so it will say main activity this to second activity dot class. Remember, I told you about it. Okay, all right, now we'll start up here. Now what are the main things we need here? So basic things will be always here. Now always remember, when we are creating this, okay, all right, it's now, as I told you, I don't want for a much time this splash screen to be there, correct? So I need to write something called a static private static basic time limit I have to give. So I can say a private. Okay, so I'll have a private static. Okay, so we'll be having a private static. Okay, basically an int, what we are going to use for that particular splash screen, correct? Okay, and splash, so I can use splash underscore screen underscore time underscore out. So basically I'm gonna assign this as around 2000 milliseconds. Okay, all right, so this is what my splash screen has to do, correct? So when I'm giving this, it should, within this time it should disappear. Okay, all right, after this it should be disappeared. Okay, all right, now before going into this particular now activity main. Okay, now before going in writing on this saved, after this thing, before going into the activity main, okay, before launching this, so it will launch this, correct? But when you're launching it, okay, I think I'll just run it and see if it works. It's well and good. Okay, I'll just launch it and show it to you once. All right, Gradle lab building. If there is an error, then I need to write the entire codes for it. Okay, all right, now what I'm gonna do here is that I need to, as I told you, that a screen, I don't want this particular action bars or anything to be there, or window title to be there, correct? Any window or no title should be there, my application, all those things, nothing. I just want full screen of my particular image what I have given there. Okay, it is taking a lot of time, okay, for the Gradle to build. So let us hold on. Yeah, done. Okay, all right, so it should have happened faster because I'm usually running it. Okay, all right, install. Yes. Okay, now you can see here, guys. Yeah, splash screen, you can see that. Okay, we can see that actually I didn't call it out here, still there is time for it. I need to say it has to be finished. So you can see here, this is a window title, correct? So I don't want this, okay, all these action bars and window title bars, all I need to hide it, okay, I don't want that. So I need to, you know, hide this particular title and the title bar. So there is certain code for it. Now before accessing this, I need to write that, okay. So how do I do that? There is something called a request, okay. I need to request the window feature. So window feature is what? I need to request a window feature and say the window, okay, basically the window, whatever I'm requesting, that feature, okay. So window feature, sorry, window feature, okay, TURE, okay. Where is, do I get anything? Yes, no title, okay, window features no title. So if you get confused, I'm just writing you for what we are using this. That's a comment thing, what I'm doing. This is a comment section, I can do that, and whatever I write there will not be displayed, okay. Will hide the title. So this is what I'm gonna do. This will hide the title, okay, this particular thing, okay. Now what I did, title is hidden. Now I have to hide the the particular action bar, okay. So how will I do it? I'll just say get support, okay, get support of the action bar, and I'll say hide that, okay. I just want to hide it. So what happens to this? This will hide the title bar, okay, hide the title bar, okay, these two things. Now after doing that, then this will be loaded, okay. All right, so you have to always remember, after doing that, this will be loaded. Now basically what I'm trying to do here is that one is the timeout I'm giving, screen timeout. Yeah, I have to write still more. I have to talk about the handler which handles all this. All right, so once that particular thing is done, once the timeout is given, then I will say I don't want a title, that is a splash screen, this name, correct. I don't want a title, nor I want this, correct. Now you can see I've got no title, correct, nor the action bar, okay. All right, nor the action bar, nor the title, okay. All right, so we'll continue as we proceed. We'll get it. All right, now some activity. Now next, what I need to take it a full screen. Now basically it is not in the full screen, correct. It will, you know, where I given splash screen, okay, okay. So it is not taking the full screen. I need to take the full screen. So for that, what we'll say, we'll just once this is done, we'll say get window again, because it's for the windows, correct. So that window bar, whatever we are doing, correct. So I need to set that particular flags. For that, set flags, okay. All right, so that particular takes the full screen. Now this is by default in Java we are giving it, so you can refer the various sites what basically it will mean. I'll give you all the explanation in my Word documents, because I cannot keep explaining it to you, which will take a lot of time, okay. All right, so Windows Manager, okay. All right, layer params, that whatever, what you're gonna do, flag, okay. So flag full screen, can I see here? Yes, great, okay. Flags full screen, okay. So this is I'm gonna do now, okay. So I close it, Windows, okay. All right, now that is one for the full screen, okay. All right, so we need to set the flags for this full screen to display it in basic in the full screen. That is set the flags, okay, for the full screen, and we need to take one for the full screen and also for the another Windows tab for the whatever two tabs are there in that particular Windows. So Windows Manager, okay. So you need to be very careful when you are doing that. Windows Manager, yes, okay. So layout, okay, dot layout params, okay. Then what I said, dot flag underscore full screen, Okay, all right, so this is what we're getting the window, setting the flags to this particular full screen. Now it basically takes that. Now next is what we need to know. Now before going inside this, okay, before even running this particular file, okay, now I told you about the post delay, am I right? Now why do I need a post delay? Now this function, now whatever function I'm writing like new handler, okay, all right, so sorry, new handler, okay, so I'm writing a new handler, okay, so I don't want to compare, so I'll say new handler dot, okay, new handler dot post delay, post, okay, first we're gonna do that, alt enter, import the class of the handler, okay, post delayed, here we got, okay, post delayed, okay, of the new runnable, okay, new runnable, okay, all right. Now what does this particular, now you can see here automatically generates this, correct? Okay, I need to write a function for that. When it runs, okay, what it runs, so when after the post delay is done, it should create, it should go to the next intent, correct? Am I right? So it should go to the next intent and it should finish, and then it should exit from that splash screen. It should come out from this particular timeout. Now why, how, what is the use of this post delay? Now as I told you, this function will delay the process for a specific time, okay. Now this is used with basically with the handler, okay, which allows us to send and process messages, okay, and runnable objects which are associated with this threads, that is message queue or something, whatever it is, okay. So whatever we use, so this what does with the handler it does, it allows you to send and process the messages and runnable objects, whatever message you want to do. So whatever message, what we want to do, we want to do a intent, correct? We'll say intent, okay, intent of intent, okay. See, automatically all the lines which was there that time, am I right, it went as I did that, okay. So intent of intent, okay, equal to new intent, or I can, you know, I don't have to write intent and intent, so you can just assign a variable also, that's not a problem, you can use that. So we use start intent, correct, start activity intent of intent bracket intent, correct. So we can use a variable also. So one person mailed me saying that, sir, can we use a variable instead of writing intent, it will get confused with small n, I make a confusion here. Now if he is writing by mistake, he writes intent like this, okay, and he keeps searching it. I said no, you can use a variable, you can just say intent I, okay. So what do we do? All I have to do is that, where I have to take it to the main activity dot this, from this activity, where it should go, guys, it should go to the second activity dot class, am I right? Yes, okay. Once this is done, what we are doing, as usual, start activity, correct, all right, start activity, okay, start activity of what, I, am I right? That is what I give, correct, this is I, what I give, start activity of I, okay. Now I need to give finish, I have to finish running that particular splash screen. Clear, guys? Hope you are getting what I'm trying to say, correct? All right, now this basically it does that. Then what, I need to end the, okay, I need to end this particular splash screen, okay, I need to end the particular splash screen. Now how will I do that? I'll say splash, whatever name I gave on the top, correct, splash screen timeout bracket semicolon. Good enough? Yeah, all right. So what I'm trying to do here, that, guys, I'm just telling, I'm giving a timeout of 2000 milliseconds. By that, not 2000 seconds, not 2000 seconds, 2000 milliseconds, okay. Once all this is done, then it has to come out, correct. So it will create here, it will say I don't want a title, I don't want action bar, then it will go to this, after everything is done, no action bar, nothing, then it will set it to full screen. Once that is done, I need to post the delay, correct? I need to start the intent. To start the intent, I need to have this particular word function should delay at a specific time, correct? Once it delays, then after that delay, this particular intent should run and it should finish. Okay, once it is finished, then it will come out and it says time out of that particular 2 seconds, 2000 seconds. Okay, that's the one part. Now what we will do in an in our second what I'm trying to say. Okay, what I'm going to do in a second activity, guys, what I'm going to do in a second activity, in second activity, all I'm doing is displaying. Am I right? Yeah, I don't do anything much. I just say extends. Okay, extends the app. So all this irritating part. This is one irritating part in Android side. You need to know. So practice is very, very important. That's what I always say. Correct. All right. Now override. All right. So I need to override. So what is that? Protected void on. Correct. On create, guys. Correct. On create, what we create, on create the bundle instances, correct? Okay, bundle saved instances, correct? Bundle saved. Okay, I need to enter this. Shit. Okay, that was a mistake. Sorry for that. Okay, happens sometimes. Okay, bundled saved instance. Okay, all right. So yes, I can copy paste from there also. I do understand if you're thinking that way. Okay, I can read your mind, guys. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right. So on create, so what I need to have a super dot on create method. Okay, so basically it goes out. Okay, and what of the saved instance state. Okay, now what I need to view the content, that is set content view, correct? Set content view of what? R dot layout. Okay, R dot layout dot which one? Activity second, correct? That's all we need here, correct? That's all we need. We don't need to have more about it, correct? So we just need to have this. Okay, so always remember that whenever we create a particular instance, okay, so we need to have this basic concept out of it. All right, so this is what I'm doing it, guys. Once, okay, override, I think spelling mistake. Okay, all right, what did I do anything wrong? Okay, all right. So what's my main activity? As I told you, we're gonna request this, we're gonna set the flags full screen and run about this. And second activity, first we'll run the file, we'll say hope it runs well, because sometimes errors are there, we need to debug that also. This is the previous one. Okay, all right. Yes, installing, so it takes time. Up and running. All right, I need to be ready with it because it's hardly 2000 milliseconds. Okay, can you see that? So once this is done, after some time, okay, what is the mistake, guys? Anyone can tell me? What is that? Yeah, we need to go to manifest file. Why? I'm gonna go to my second activity. Remember, I told you, if I'm choosing this thing, then I need to choose 2 activities, correct? So we're gonna run the file now. Okay, all right. Once I do that, Gradle is building. Okay, so what we are doing, guys, in our main activity. Okay, main activity.java, all we are gonna doing here is that we're gonna create we're gonna specify the timeout of that. Once I do that, I need to say I don't want any title, nor I want any title bar. So once I do that, then I set it to full screen, delay it till that. Okay, once the delayed for so many, then this should run. Okay, and it should finish and it should go inside this particular screen. So got it? Yeah, the splash screen was done, then it came, the splash screen is ended. That is the second XML file. Okay, so I'll run it again if you have missed it. Okay, all right, so this is the basic what we learned, guys, today. Okay, so we're not gonna bang our head much on it. All right, so yes, splash screen, then to the next activity. This is about a splash screen. This is how basic you might have seen WhatsApp and all once before, for if you're installing for the first time, or if you're closing all the apps, doing like this, correct? You're doing gives an option, yeah, you're doing like this and you kill all the apps, right? When you kill all the apps, correct, and next time when you start again, correct, next time when you start again, you want to basically start a splash screen, correct, that time what it will load like this, correct, full screen. Can you see that? Then next, I didn't go to do anything here for the second activity, correct? Second activity only called for this, so I don't write anything in second activity. I only call the activity second, which there is only the splash screen is ended. That's all is there here. Okay, I hope you got it, guys. This was a small exercise. Now what we gonna do here is that I'm gonna give you a assignment where you need to create a splash screen one, and you need to add a certain things in that. I have shown you how to add two numbers. I told you how to make activities different from one activity to another activity, how to go about, correct, how we'll go move from one activity to another activity. So all in this previous tutorials I explained you, right, how to add two numbers and display the result in the next screen, correct. So for that we had to use intent to go to another activity, as well as pass the values through the same intent to display the values in the another activity. So in today's video, what we learned about the splash screen. Now what I want you to do is that, okay, so I'm gonna magnifier, this is very important for me. Okay, all right, so you can see it. Okay, done. Let me minimize it. So what you're gonna do now is that, okay, first you need to do an okay, you need to do an splash screen. That's the first job. Okay, the first main activity should have a splash screen. Okay, then when it goes to the next activity, that is the second activity. In that activity, okay, if there is a kind spelling mistake, kindly do pardon me for that. So first activity, that will be the, okay, now you have to decide how to do it. I'm not going to tell you because I already told you how to move from one activity to another activity. So I'm giving you a hint. Splash screen will be a main activity. When it goes to next activity, this will be a second activity, and in that second activity we'll be having what? In that second activity we'll be having, we need to edit text. Okay, that is one for email. So when I write email, okay, so email edit text, that is you have to put, am I right? Okay, one is email. Okay, then B should be password. Okay, or email, anything, password. I will not talk about much how to, you know, do about that star marks. I didn't asterisk symbol, that I'll tell you, but you just do a normal one, so you can just display it. So password, that also will be a edit text. So this will be a text view, edit text. Okay, basically if you're writing, if you want a text view, okay, all right, so text view, I've got a edit text. Password is a, again, it's only a text called password. Okay, so text view. So in that Android text, okay, email will be a text view, password will be a text view where you're writing the text, Android text inside the text view in XML. Then we go put a edit text. Okay, so that edit text, whenever you're typing email as Suman, password as Suman, so here you need to type in that. Remember I gave it for adding two numbers. First number I entered when I run the app, second number I entered when I run the app, then a what button? A submit button. Okay, all right, a submit button. Okay, so this will be a button. See, I'm giving you a lot of hints out here, so it will be easy for you, don't get confused. Okay, now so when you click on this submit button, what will happen? So when you click on the button, okay, when you click on the button, it should go to another activity. It should go to another activity. Now this is one thing extra I'm gonna give it to you, okay, because we got main activity, second activity, third activity, remember that. Okay, all right, and it should display only the user, should not both. Okay, so you can just give one of it, which I already told you how to retrieve it. It should display, and obviously after 2 days time I will show you the running code of it. If you are anything confused, okay, then you can refer the code, but you need to do it. That is your assignment basically. Okay, all right, now click as you click to another click button, it should go to another activity and it should display only the username there. So in total, how many we have got? We have got 3 activity files, one for the splash, one for the username and password, one for the splash, one for the username and password, another one is for the button. Okay, now you can design, guys, you can design the screen as you want. I'm not gonna tell you what you have to do. You can design it as you like. I'm not telling you how you want to, what you constantly, whatever you want you can design. So you can design as you want. Okay, you can design as you want. That's very important. So you need to, you know, I should give you that freedom to do it. Okay, all right, and if you want, you can add background. Okay, background also you can add. Okay, background you can add colors for that. Okay, button colors, if you want you can add button colors for that. Okay, so background colors, button colors, so all these things you can add it. Okay, background colors, button colors, so all these things you can add. Now this is your assignment which you need to do it. Copy the paste the code in your Word document and load it in the assignment. So I'll write assignment and then you need to load, which will be for 10 marks. So for that, around 2 days time, 2 to 3 days time, I'll give it to you. Okay, so I'll give you marks for that, which will be necessary for your certificate. One more thing I wanted to, sorry for that, one more thing I wanted to tell you guys, as the videos are not getting loaded, so it's already 3 days I couldn't load it, and the time it's, I think, already, you know, I need to load it night time, the speed will be high. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna load it again. Okay, I also told the backend team that I need I lost the 3-4 days, I can say 5 days, 3-4 days maximum. Okay, I have lost the 3-4 days, so I requested the backend team through personal call, saying that the course used to end on 25th May. I have done it 5th May almost. Okay, sorry, 5th June, so that you don't have to worry that 4 days I didn't load anything, so you lost, you know, you couldn't learn, you have to learn very. No, I'm gonna give you extra 10 days, because whatever I don't do it, I will make sure that you will get the total benefit of it apart from the marks. Okay, marks you have to do it, you have to earn for the marks. Okay, all right, so my first priority you guys. So what I'm gonna do is that I would already talk to the backend team. I'm very much sure that I'm gonna talk as an instructor. I'm gonna talk with the front end guys also who are behind this about the course modules and all. I'll tell them I need time because of network issues, so you people can't do anything because I have to load it. If I don't load it, you can't do anything. All right, so I'm gonna do that. So once I do that, once it is up, I hope it will up and be running but very soon. Okay, so I will do that, guys. So I will try to load it as much as possible. Okay, all right, so tomorrow I don't think so, because tomorrow entire day there won't be any power supply, that's what it says. So tomorrow is Monday, so might be Monday evening, even my system got totally blank in between. So night times, in afternoon it went blank, again it went blank. So half of time I'm doing my recordings out here, so I'm very sorry for that. So what I'm gonna do is that might be tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Okay, I'm gonna load it. Might be you will get it on Tuesday. Okay, on Tuesday you can check it out. All right, so after that you can take 2 or 3 days, Tuesday or Wednesday morning. Once Tuesday night is Wednesday morning, you can check it and do it. You can take 2-3 days, and by that time I will load other UIs. That is something like I'll do what I'm gonna do switch. Okay, I'm gonna do switch for you. I'm gonna do buttons. In that I'll do a checkbox, I'll do radio button, toggle button, okay, and basically image button. So all those things I will do in the next video tutorial. All right, that's it guys. So you don't have to worry for anything. You just need to remember that I'll be there, and as I said, you are always the first priority for me, so you don't have to worry that your particular course will end soon within next 25th. I've requested for the 5th, which will be done. Okay guys, that's for today. So have a nice day.